You didn't go to Big Bear with me, did you? Did you?
No, I didn't. We need to go up there.
I took Mom and Grandma.
That's beautiful. You've been up there a bunch.
It's just got that small town. It reminds me of Bradford, you know what I mean? It's like a bunch of fucking rednecks up there, and cars and fucking front yards and shit, like Big Shanty Hill. I don't know, it's just homey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's only fucking hour and a half from OC and LA, so there's Jake knew a guy that literally worked with him. I don't know if it was, I think, at Kier, but next door, that literally lived up there full time and would fucking commute every day, come off the mountain.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it get bad, though, to the point like where they can't get off the mountain?
During the winter times, you have to have chains to even go or get up there. But I took my first time up there, I had no idea, like, it was actually like a mountain. And so me and Jake were like, fuck it, we're going to go explore it. And we put it in the GPS, and he was like, yeah, it's like an hour and a half away. So we hop in the fucking Exploder, and we head down, and we get in like a half hour into the trip, and like we just start to like incline. I'm like looking at the GPS, and I'm like looking at like the wooded, you know what I mean? How like the map is, and it's just like zigzag for like I'm like, Jake, for an hour. So we start, dude, and like my car was a piece of shit, and it's like overheating and shit. I didn't even think we were gonna make it. It's insane.
Dude, I remember we went when I was selling the alarms.
It was a lot. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it was just a lot more like I was just picturing just, you know.
It progressively got worse.
It was like a Colorado mountain. It's fucking legit. But what were you saying?
No, when I was selling the alarms, I went out to Provo and Salt Lake area for. It was like a leadership summit.
I went out there. They flew me out for a week to do the training there too. Yeah, and I saw them. That was the first time I ever saw mountains.
Yeah, and we did a retreat. So it was like Ty White, Casey, and a bunch of the guys that ended up going out to Iowa and Virginia that I was with. And we went out there, and they had these 4 cabins that were in trying to think wherever the Olympics were, north of Provo.
Mm-hmm.
And so we drive, and it turns into this off-road, and we're in this little Cutlass Sierra, and we're trying to cruise up this hill, and it's literally a solid sheet of ice. There's no lights. It's like a dirt road. And some of the other guys had like 4-wheel drive trucks, and they're cruising up there. We got stuck. And it's like 8 o'clock at night, and there's 6 of us, and all of our stuff crammed in this little tiny car, and nobody's coming any longer. There's like no cell phone reception. There's nothing. And I'm literally at some point thinking, I'm going to fucking freeze to death with these people. And we're trying to push this car, and it didn't matter. Like, we're pushing the car, and as we're moving it, it's sliding further back down the hill. And we couldn't push it up the hill because it was like fucking heavy.
Right.
But we're moving it enough where it's like sliding sideways, and we're like fucking freaking out.
I got a fucking, after this, you'll finish. Yeah. I got a story for you after this.
We finally saw headlights, and they come, you know, and people fucking helped us. But dude, we were out there for 2 or 3 hours trying to get this car like unstuck. I'm just thinking, what the fuck did I get myself into?
So when me and Ashley went to San Francisco like last year, I was like, you know, I wanted to see the city and shit, and then because we drove up, and I was like, on the way back, we're going to do the 1 all the way down and, you know, hit the coast, see Monterey, go through Big Sur, see all that good shit. I heard how, you know, beautiful it was. So we left San Francisco probably around, you know, noon, and we drove down into like Silicon Valley, saw, you know, Palo Alto, and saw Stanford, Facebook, all that shit. And then we made our way down to like Monterey and made it to the 1. And just, you know, started making our way down and got through like going through Big Sur, and it was just like starting to be sunset, and it was, you know, incredibly beautiful. And I started to see like some rain clouds moving and shit, so I was like, oh, you know, whatever, we'll get down the state pretty quick and be back in like LA County in probably like 3 hours. And so we keep going. It's dark out now. It's starting to rain a little bit more. And we've been like 3 hours more into the trip. We get to literally there's not been one fucking sign the whole way. And we just come to a fucking sign that is blinking and said roads closed. And there's like a little motel there, so we stop in. They're like, yeah, there's mudslides that happened like 2 days ago, and there's literally no fucking way down or through the mountain, because when you're going down the coast here, it's like you're on the coast and then there's just like mountains and cliff, and there's that one fucking road.
There's no like turn off or anything.
Well, there's
like
no
that.
road that like cuts you back over the.
She was like turn around.
She was like, you got to turn around and go all the way back up to fucking Monterey. But at this point, it's pouring down fucking rain, dark as fuck out. There's no one else on the roads. I got no cell phone service, and no like radio. So the car's completely silent, static. It's pouring down fucking rain, no sound or anything. Me and my scared girlfriend, and it's fucking pouring down rain. And the reason that the road was closed in the first place was because of mudslides. So now I'm thinking I'm gonna get fucking taken off the goddamn hill and thrown into the ocean. No one's ever gonna fucking hear about me. Yeah, you know.
Just see the glare of the water every once in a while.
I was just, dude, for fucking 3 hours, I'm just fucking going through the rain, going around these fucking cliffs, and it's just like me in the fucking ocean, and it's just blackness.
High as fuck.
High as fuck. And it was scary, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. So we made it back all the way up to Monterey, got a hotel room, a little fucking Motel 6, and
but it's beautiful.
It's crazy.
It's such amazing.
Big Sur is fucking awesome. Like going through, they have like their own little. I didn't even realize they're like redwoods down there, and like there's like really really crazy camping and shit, and they do like national forests over there. I want to go camping over there or some shit. I thought that'd even be a good place for like bachelor party or some shit for you. Awesome.
You know what I was gonna ask you? I remember watching.
My chest fucking hurts.
Your chest hurts.
Still, I'm not even fucking kidding you. That's a different story. Look it up.
No, dude. I was thinking back to a time when you were selling.
Alarm systems.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, no, selling something else?
Yeah, no, when selling alarm systems. I remember you called me. You're sitting on the porch with some old guy that had dementia and wasn't able to figure out how to fill out the paperwork.
I was just talking to Steve about this the other day, and he was telling me, and he was telling me how fucking awful it was, dude. He's like, because I was a fucking tech. You were like the sales guy. And so you guys would be like, before it was even like completely final, you'd be having like Steve and the tech people in here like, yo, just start putting those fucking things up on the wall. Just get that fucking drill in the wall and make some holes, because then it's like, you really seal the deal. And Steve sometimes would be like, these people would be promising these people fucking so much shit, and then I'm stuck, and these people, they'd leave, and then I'm stuck here
until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Where's the touchscreen eye panel that they were going to put on my wall? And he's like, they're fucking promising all this shit that I can't deliver on. And it's like, sometimes I'd have to call the sales rep back over at like 1 in the morning. They'd have to like, resell them on why they needed the fucking alarm system.
And why it's going to cost an extra $20 a month, and they didn't.
He was like, dude, I would just be like fucking cringing, like, just get me out of here. Just get me the fuck out of here.
No, man, it's, ruin the wood. No, dude, I look back on that stuff. I was high every single day. I would go over to Adams. That was the only way that I could even get myself calm enough to go deal with that. You'd seriously go and have to talk to 75 pissed off people if they would even bother, other than slam a door in your face when you're like, hey, excuse me, have you ever thought about protecting your home? Or you'd use the pitch about like, your house is very attractive, and we'd really love to use it for advertising services. If you wouldn't mind putting our sign in your yard.
We'll give you the free equipment. You'll be the model house for the fucking neighborhood.
It just comes with a fucking 6-year commitment at $60 a month.
I told Steve, I was like, dude, I was so young when I went out there. I had no idea what I was doing, and I'm not going to fucking lie. What they would do is they'd fucking drop you off. They'd give you a neighborhood either in downtown Indianapolis or like in some little fucking city an hour outside of the city, some rural fucking place. And they give you a fucking neighborhood and a map and be like, these are your 6 streets. Fucking knock every door 12 times and fucking get people. And so I'd just be like, I'm not fucking doing this. I remember being in this one town, and I was like, I had a sack of weed on me. I was like, I got fucking 10 hours. Dude. I ain't fucking knocking doors.
If we're gonna spend a little time talking about this whole alarm shit and how like smoking weed was a critical part, there's a fucking permanent reminder on your back as to the barrels of fucking smoking weed.
That was in Utah when I went out there for that training thing. Shout out Third Eye. Fucking gave me a fucking tattoo.
Wait, his name was Third Eye.
That was his rap name. Gave me a fucking. I was 17. I was trying to buy weed while I was out there for the training thing, and I was at this. Well, I wasn't trying to buy weed. I was trying to buy K2 because that was like the thing you could get at like the head shops and shit. So I was in there. It was next to my hotel, and I asked the guy working if he could get me some spice or whatever. He's like, no. And I walk out of the fucking door, and there's a gentleman standing next there, and he's like, hey, I can help you out with some real stuff. He's like, I live around the corner. So I was like, fuck, let's go. So I went over there. I ended up chilling with this guy the whole fucking week I was there because he lived right next to the hotel room. I would go over there and smoke a blunt after my little training thing. He ended up showing me his work of tattoo art in his little portfolio there, and I was like, fuck it, dude. He was going to give me some ink for free. So we rolled a couple blunts, and he sat me down in his kitchen, sketched something out, and literally puts the fucking thing on my back. I'm bleeding everywhere. I'm like, I got to be at the fucking airport in 3 hours. Doesn't put any cream on it. Nothing. I'm fucking bleeding. Take a fucking red eye to JFK. And then I'm stuck in a fucking airport there for like 8 hours with a fucking bloody ass back that's got fucking literally blood dripping down my back from some fucking getting a tattoo in a trap house in Salt Lake City.
Oh, I love you.
I swear to God.
Oh,
Well, let's
But
see
no,
it.
I want to
Let's see it.
I want to.
Oh, God.
Third Eye's work.
Casey forgets
Hey,
us.
Third Eye, we're giving you a platform for new work.
Plug in Third Eye. Third Eye, we're
Casey
plugging
forgets his
you.
fucking name.
Um,
Doobie Jones. Oh,
no, we're going to
God.
get some Doobie incorporated into the Jones there. But to get back to my fucking original story about, so you get dropped off at this fucking, with your map of where you wanted to work, or where the street kids had knocked. I was like, fuck, I am not knocking doors today. So I had a second set of Sagawees, so I walked to a mini mart by 3 miles away. I'm even thinking about all this shit that now it's like I'm remembering. Well, fucking got a couple zigzag blunts, and I remember we were in this fucking rural place. It was some weird place in Indiana, about an hour outside Indianapolis, and there was cornfields everywhere. And I fucking walked out into the middle of some guy's fucking cornfield, sat there, and just rolled like 3 blunts and just smoked them sitting in the cornfield. The people were probably just seeing like smoke rise out of the middle of this fucking cornfield. And I was just sitting there fucking getting big.
Do you remember? This is probably the same town that we went to with that Josh kid.
I think so.
Remember that lady had all those fucking figurines of her kids in the house, and then she gave us
Exactly.
a thing of fucking
And
raspberry.
then another thing I would do. Oh, listen, this is good.
Raspberry jam. And it was homemade. She didn't want the alarm, but here's some sweet raspberry jam for your efforts.
Oh, this was good. So then I fucking.
Can you throw another? Get some kindling for that fire. And is that good?
So then.
Oh my god.
So I'm fucking in the corner. I roll some blunts. I smoke it. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? I'm fucking big. So I fucking search Walmart. Where's the closest Walmart? Like another mile away. Trek over there and search around, go take a shit, whatever, do what I ever need to do. And then I'd go fucking play the little demo video games for fucking hours.
Are you serious?
Hours.
And I'm getting grilled by everybody about how.
Yeah, I mean, that was just like one. I was just like, fuck, can't do it today. Like, so I'd be like, I'd be sitting in Walmart playing the fucking MLB The Show for hours.
God, I love that, but it fucking was horrible.
We were talking. Yeah, I was talking to Steve about this the other night. Like, some of those people were making a lot of money.
Oh yeah. No, I hear you.
Here, I'm gonna start this. Actually, can I hit that?
Yeah, hit it.
Keith, man.